Hi guys, it's Leah from buildasitewithleah.com. In under 30 minutes, this tutorial will show you how to build and launch a business website using Wix. Wix is a drag and drop editor that's super easy to use even if you don't have any technical skills. In case you're wondering, yes, you can build and launch a business website for free with Wix, and they also give you the option to upgrade. I'll explain that at the end of the video. So let's begin. From step 1 of my guide, you'll click this link to open Wix in a new tab. When you see this screen, click Start Now. Go ahead and create a free account by signing up here. You can also log in with Facebook or Google Plus to make it a little quicker. Enter your details and log in. Now you're asked what kind of website do you want to create. There's a variety of options here that allows Wix to narrow down some templates for you. But for any type of business website that you want to build, you're safe to go with this option here. Click Business. Now you have two options. You can start with the Wix ADI or Artificial Design Intelligence, or start with the Wix editor. Artificial Design Intelligence is a new feature from Wix. What they do is they ask you a bunch of questions and then they create a website tailored to your needs. Now, it's a really awesome feature that they have, but right now it has its own editor and it only works with a limited number of apps that we'll discuss later. So because I want to give you the full experience of creating a unique website of your own and get the most out of Wix, I'm going to start with the Wix editor. So just click there when you're ready. Now you get to choose from the huge selection of templates, all designed by Wix graphic artists. They give you a professional look right out of the gate, and it's really helpful to have a starting point. So for example, to find the templates that would suit your business, you could enter a search term here or browse the broad list of categories over here on the left. As you'll see, once I expand the section, I have even more options to choose from. Now at this point, I want to tell you that sometimes people ask me about changing a template once they make a choice. So you should know that once you choose a template, you'll need to stick with it or start over with a new one. Wix allows you to create as many free or premium sites as you wish, so it's not a problem at all. Once you see something that you kind of like, go ahead and click View. That way you can click around the website as any visitor would and see how the template functions in real time. Anything that you see can be changed, so that would include the images, the layout, the fonts, the colors. But again, it's giving you a starting point, and that just makes it so much easier when you're a beginner. So today, what I'm going to do is use an example of a real estate site. So let's go over here and click on Real Estate. And then I'm going to browse my options. And I've had a look earlier, so I've chosen this one here. So instead of viewing it, what I'm going to do is click Edit, and then I'll be in the Wix editor, which is basically Command Central for your website, where you make all your changes. So I'll see you there, and then we'll start building the website. You're now in the Wix website editor, so anytime you want to make changes to your site, you'll come back here. Even after you publish, you can log back into your account, choose Edit this site, and you'll be back into the Wix editor. There's three main sections that I want to point out to you right now. First, these buttons on the left. You hover over them and you'll see the different things pop up. Anytime you want to add a feature or an element, you'll go here. To adjust an element, the toolbar on the right is very handy for that. And if you hover over any of the icons, it actually tells you what that icon does and even the keyboard shortcut. Across the top is what's called the main navigation bar. The most important section is all your pages. So if you want to work on a different page, you can simply click to go to that page. You can also rearrange your pages from here, remove them, add them, and more. These pages have been set up with this real estate website to give you a start. Next, you'll see Site. So anything to do with your site, including saving it, previewing it, upgrading, you can all do that from here. Under the tools, you'll see that grid lines is check marked. So if I just go back here, you'll see these grid lines. So what I can tell you here is that they're very important to make sure that your site is viewer friendly on any device. people will be accessing your website from their desktop, their laptop, a tablet, and so forth. So you want to keep all the important information inside the grid line so that it's not lost depending what screen size they have. Wix has a really extensive help center, and I encourage you to get comfortable using it. So 24/7 you can access written content, videos, even screenshots so that you can learn how to do different things on your website. If you choose to upgrade, you can do that right from the upgrade menu here. And this is hide control. So the buttons and the toolbar that I showed you previously, sometimes they get in the way when you're editing your site. So if you want to hide them, you click on that and they disappear temporarily. Zoom out and reorder is handy when you want to have a bird's eye view so that you can organize the different sections of your site. If you make a mistake, you can undo or you can redo. Switch editor views. Right now you're in the desktop version of your website, but if you want to edit the mobile section, mobile version rather, that's included for free, you simply switch the editor views to work on that. And then finally, saving your work here, previewing it to see how something functions or looks to a visitor, and then publishing it online live is what you would do in the publish button here. That's great. So remember, as you get working with these buttons and sections, you're going to be getting more comfortable. And right now, we're going to start to edit this site so that you can see how easy it is with the drag and drop editor from Wix. So we're on the home page and we're going to start editing at the top. This is the header area. So normally you'll see a logo here, you'll see the name of your company, and also your horizontal menu. This template didn't come with a logo uploaded, so no worries. Look at my step called Get a Great Logo, and you'll have everything you need to source a logo and also to upload it to your Wix website. To change any text on your website, you simply click on the text and then the button Edit Text, and you'll see text settings box come up. So here's the option to choose a different font, and it applies right away. The font size with the little slider button, or you can enter a value, and see how it expanded the minute I did that. So it just adjusts right away, and it's so easy to see how something will look. If you want to change the color, just look for this icon here. Once you click on it and select a color, it actually applies right away. Again, super easy to use. If I wanted to change the text itself, you just have to highlight the text and then go ahead and enter your own. Excellent. Now the horizontal menu, it looks pretty good, but I just want to show you, if you click on it, you'll see this little design paintbrush. And if you click on that, you're going to have a lot of options as far as how the menu looks. The ones at the top are called themed horizontal menus because they are designed to match your theme. You're probably safe to stick with those ones, but if you want to be more adventurous, check out some of the options below. And again, they apply right away. I'm going to stick with what I have, so I'll just X out of that. The whole menu itself can be moved into a different position. Just click anywhere in between and then drag it where you want. You see how some purple lines pop up? Those lines help with alignment. So just watch for those lines as you move things around. It'll help things to keep looking good to your visitors. Next, we have the main area with a slide deck strip and also 2 container boxes. Container boxes are just that. They're boxes you can add to your site. You can add elements to the boxes, so they've added a shape, text, you can add images, and then you can move the box around as one unit. It also adds visual appeal. You can add boxes from the add menu here on the left, or you can just adjust the ones they've already given you. For example, if you did not want a box to be there at all, you simply click container box and then hit delete on your keyboard or the garbage can icon, and it's removed. Let's do some changes to this box here. For example, if you didn't want the shape, you would click on the shape and remove it. To change the text, like I showed you before, it's just a matter of clicking on the text and clicking to edit text. But you also want it to be aligned now that you remove the shape. So again, you're simply clicking on it and then you'll see the align icon here. Choose align to center and now it looks good in the box. If you want to change the design, go ahead and click the little paintbrush icon on the container box. Choose a different color and it applies right away. And then the whole thing can be moved to a different location simply by clicking and dragging it anywhere you want. Next, let's change some of the images on the site. This one here is actually not just a static image. It's called a slide deck strip. And when you click on the image, this will pop up. So you can change the images from here or click on the settings. Notice if I use the little arrows, here's all the pictures that they've preloaded to this slide deck strip. You've got it toggled here to autoplay on loading, and you can even adjust how long in between images. I'll show you how that works in a minute. To change an image, simply click Change Images, and what you can do is select an image and then select Replace Image. I've already used the orange button to upload this image of a home to my media section. Try to upload the highest quality images you can so that they display beautifully on your website. So select the image you want and then click Choose Image. And then it's replaced right away. Let's go back and see that. So now it's in preview mode. Someone lands on the site and then every few seconds it's going to slide to the next image. You can actually add as many images as you'd like. Really nice. So back to the editor, you'd continue changing the images to your own. Let's move on down. So pretty straightforward because any image can be changed simply by clicking on it and then using the buttons that pop up here. Text, again, you'll click on the section that you want to change and then go ahead, highlight your text and rewrite it as needed. If you have more text than what's here, it's going to expand, so you don't have to worry about making room. It's going to do that automatically for you. These three buttons actually link to the book online page. You'll see that as I click and click Change Link, it's asking you where you want the button to link to. So this is already preset to a page, to the book online page. But as you see, if I use the drop-down menu, I could choose one of the other pages if that was appropriate. And you can even link to an external web address or a certain point on your page. So keep that in mind because you'll have buttons for different things, which really helps people to see what they need to do next in a very clear and appealing way. You'll see also that I changed the look of the button. So let's just try it with this one. All I did was click on the button itself and clicked on the paintbrush design. And I just chose this themed button here to make it easy. And that's it. And then to change the text of the button, you probably noticed that there's a button here called Change Text. So again, you just click on that and then type in what you want. So keep on moving down and just see what you think of every section. If you want, again, that bird's eye view, just use the zoom out and reorder right here. Let's pretend I didn't want this strip. So a strip is a horizontal section. It's nice for visual appeal and dividing sections of your site. If I didn't want this strip, all I would have to do is click on the strip itself and then just cut from this menu or delete on the keyboard and it would just remove it altogether. So then in that case, there's too much space, so I would just simply click on the strip below and then I would drag it up to meet the section that we just did above. In this area, they've added 3 shapes and then a little bit of text beneath each shape. If you wanted to add a shape yourself, you could go to the Add menu and then click on Shapes, and you'll see a whole bunch of things you can use. Banners, scrolls, really, really nice. So go ahead and drag something out that you like, or say you were happy with what is here. You could just leave it. You could actually change the direction of it, move it into a different position, change the design, and so forth. What I wanted to show you was how you can actually link the shapes as well. So what you would do is click the chain link, and now you would tell it where you want that to link to. So at this point, I want to show you how to add a page. Let's pretend we wanted this section to link to our frequently asked questions page, where you can give the viewer more information about your real estate business. So you'd go back to pages at the top here, and we're going to add a page. It's going to pop up, and I want to call it FAQ. Now I don't want that right after my home page, as you see here. I want it at the end. So just click and drag it to the bottom. Couldn't be easier. So now I have a new blank page called FAQ. Now we're going to go back to where we were, which is the home page. Just have to scroll down to the spot that I was at. And now I'm going to link up those shapes. So if someone clicks on the shape, they're going to go to my frequently asked questions page. There we go. Hit the link. I want it to go to a page, and which page? FAQ right here. Done. It's a good idea to go to preview mode and test any links that you set up and buttons so that you know that your visitors will have a good experience and everything's working well. In this next section, they've added a nice testimonials area with three comments here. If you wanted to change the background, it's very simple to just click on the image and then click Change Strip Background. There's a lot of free images from Wix as well. So in this area where it's not an actual property, it's more of a design appeal for the site, you can actually go ahead here, Architecture and Interiors, choose a nice skyline image, and then click Change Strip Background. It applies automatically, and then you're good to go. The white text is getting lost on the lighter background, so go ahead and click on it, click Edit Text, and then simply change the color to something else. I'm going to choose black. And then it's done. I can do that for the rest of them, move things around, change the shapes, and so forth. And finally, the Contact Us section or page is a very important one on your site so that people can know how to get in touch and where to find your location. I want to point out though that right at the top of the Contact Us, they've put what's called an anchor point. So an anchor point is an invisible marker to a certain area of a page. So what they've done here is they've made item in the menu contact, but it's actually not a separate page. It's just a section of the home page. So let me just bring back down my menu. And if I click here, you'll see they added a page called Contact, but it's not a real page, it's a link. And if I click here, you'll see that it's telling that page that when a person clicks on Contact, go right to that anchor point. This is how you would set that up. All right, so instead of linking to a page like we talked about before, you're linking to an anchor. And then the anchor is on the home page. So that's selected, and then that's how they got that contact now when you click to scroll right down to this area right here. Anchor points can be added from the Add menu as well. And I'll just show you where to find that. You'll find it under More. And if you scroll down here, just past it, Anchors right here. Okay, so you'll click it out to drag it out and then put it where you want to put it. And you can actually even click on the anchor point itself to rename it, just to keep you organized. No one's going to see that, just you. It's an invisible marker. And now for the Contact Us area of the home page. They've already preloaded a contact form as well as a map for you. If you didn't have one already included in your template, or maybe you're starting from scratch, you'd simply go to the Add menu and you'll find both maps and a whole bunch of different contact forms under Contact. Different colorful maps, styles of contact forms, and the themed ones at the top that match your theme. To change any of the settings on the map itself, click on the map and click to change the address, and then the map will adjust to your actual location, and then it even has a spot for changing the name that's showing on the marker here. So I just went ahead and typed in the name of my real estate company, and then I would type in the address so that it would adjust automatically. I would change the text as needed, and then the contact form needs to be set so that it goes to your actual email address. Click on the contact form, click set your email. You'll add your email address at the top, and then even indicate what information you want to be collected. So if you didn't want a subject line to be there, just uncheck that box they've already included, and it's gone. Click and drag a whole section to move things where you would like on that page, and that's it. You're done. And lastly, you have the footer area, which is shown on every page of your website. You can change the background by clicking on the background and clicking Change Footer Design. The text we've spoken about, and then the social bar. This is new for you, so let's just click on that and see how easy it is to set your social links. Here is what's showing right now. If you didn't have one of these social networks, you could just remove the image and it'll be automatically removed from the site as well. You can replace the icons, and you can also set your links right here. Click Done, and your social links are set. Again, this whole area can be just dragged as a unit. You'll see the purple lines guiding you to the alignment. Excellent. So you're done this page, and it's a good practice to just choose the zoom out and reorder option to have a look at how things look now that you've made a bunch of changes. Sometimes the spacing is off. For example, here there's a little bit too much space, so you just would simply use the little icon here to drag it up. All right, and that's looking much better. There you go. Excellent. Back to the website. We can now move on to the next page. So go through each page systematically, make your own changes, and remember, if you want some tips about sourcing other images, uploading them, adding content, I've got other steps that cover that. So this is going to give you the basics of working with Wix, and then you can supplement that with my other steps. Let's move on to the agents page. You'll see again they've got you started here with our agents. Now say it's only myself, I would just need to remove these other ones. So I would click that, hit delete on my keyboard, and now there's only one agent showing. All right, all this area could be removed. So you'd simply just go through and adjust the page as you wish. So maybe instead of just leaving it brief, I could add a bit more of a blurb about my background here just to fill up this page, or shorten it up and just leave it very simple. So I would delete all that, change my information. So that page is fairly straightforward. Again, the background, you just would click on that to make that change. We already went through the contact section with that anchor point. The book online, that is important. I want to talk to you about that. Wix has preloaded an app for you called Wix Bookings. And on this template, they've given you the free version. So let me show you where you'd find that. If you go to your app market, here it shows that Wix Bookings is installed. See the check mark in the green circle. If you open up the app, you're going to have access to all the settings for the booking. So this is going to sync with your calendar. Then a person could go, find out when you're available, book your showing. You would just get started, and you've got a ton of options ahead of you. You can also upgrade from here. But in this situation, you don't really need to upgrade. Upgrading the Wix Bookings lets you accept payments online, but in this case, you're not really accepting payments. You're just booking a spot in your calendar to show them the property or the home. So you don't need to do that. There's a lot of other features that comes with the upgrade. Again, you can look at that if you were to need that those features. So what they've done is they've already set up the bookings page with these sample listings, and they've divided it into rentals and sales. So for example, if I didn't have any rentals and I just wanted to remove that whole thing, I could just delete the entire category. It's asking me, do I want to do that? Yes. And now that's gone. I only have sales. Down below here, I could add a new service if I had that. And then finally, I would go ahead and change all these listings. Just use the edit icon here. I would add my address, what it is, and the property and the image, and then that would be changed accordingly. Just going to go back to where we were, because I forgot to mention that you will set your calendar settings just by clicking on calendar when you're in the Wix Bookings app. So here's where you would sync your calendars. Here's where you would indicate the times that you're available and the times you're not available. All the bookings will show up here as people book to see a property and so forth. Very convenient to use. So go ahead and set that all up, and just remember you've got the help section right here if you need it. And so now back to the bookings page, you'll see that anything you change within the bookings app is going to be automatically changed here as well. The rental area was removed because we removed that earlier. And now we are on our last page of the site, the frequently asked questions, which is the page we added. So initially it was blank, and I added this title simply by going to add and then to text. I dragged out this title and changed the text. Let me show you how to add a paragraph. Here's a paragraph here, so I'm just going to drag it out, close that menu, and now I can use these little white dots to expand it to the area that I want that text to cover. Excellent. Edit the text, and then you can start adding your questions. You can bold the questions and keep adding text, and you'll see that that text box expands. The background can be changed easily as well. Just click and you'll see you can change the page background from there. So get that page looking as you wish, and you're done. So we've covered every page. You know how the different areas of the Wix editor work. I'm here to help you with any questions, but now you have the basics. One thing we didn't talk about is saving your work. You'll want to do that regularly. So if you go here and click the Save button, this will pop up. The name you see at the top is the domain name you'll be given if you stick with the free version. It's username.wixsite.com/leachrealestate. That is the part that you get to change. So I hit edit here, enter the name you want for your website, and now when somebody wants to come to the site, they'll need to type in leahleach.wixsite.com/leachrealestate. So this will be your unique domain name. I do highly recommend that you upgrade your account, because then you can connect your own unique domain name. It's much better to have a name like leachrealestate.com, for example, instead of the long Wix branded name you see here. I'm going to save with the free version, then I'm going to hit upgrade to compare the premium plans and explain to you a little bit about your options there. Here are the premium plans that Wix offers you. Now just take note that they've included the Wix Bookings app. But as I mentioned, you don't need to upgrade that because you're not accepting payments online or booking classes. You're just booking private showings and syncing your calendar. And you can do that without having the Wix Bookings plan upgraded. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll to the bottom. There's frequently asked questions here, but just look for this here, Wix Premium Plans not using Wix Bookings. So click that, and now you are going to see just the regular plans. And you can still use the free version of the Bookings app. So here we are. You got a range of price points, and the most popular one is usually the best bang for your buck. Take note too, you have a 14-day money-back guarantee on all Wix premium plans. So you can take them for a test drive and then get your money back if you didn't want to go that route. Let me explain some of the features so that you can see that this is really such a good value. Unlimited bandwidth means that your visitors won't be frustrated by slow loading times. That's really important. 10 gigabytes of storage allows you to upload your high-quality images, videos, and more without running out of space. If you have a domain already that you've purchased elsewhere, you can connect it with the upgraded plan. You'll have a free domain voucher for 1 year, and that includes premium endings, such as .com and so forth. There'll be no Wix ads appearing on your website. And then you have these 3 vouchers, which are really an awesome value. So $175 worth of ad vouchers gives you a boost in marketing. The Site Booster app helps you get traffic, and that's a $60 value. And then adding various forms is a $48 value, and that's all included. Let's select this plan so I can show you how you would go through the purchase. On this page, you get to select your unlimited plan subscription. It's tempting to want to go monthly, but you should note that the monthly subscriptions do not include a free domain, premium apps, and ad vouchers. So if you were to add those on yourself, you're really driving up the costs. So it's much better to choose either the 2-year or the 1-year. The 1-year I like, you save 45%, and you got that 1-year domain voucher included in that as well. So make your selection and then click select. So on this page, you'll enter the payment information for the plan that you've chosen. So here's a number of options you can pay with. Enter all your details. Check the summary of the amount. In this case, the plan comes to $149 US, and then submit your purchase. This is a secure page so that you don't have to worry about your personal information being stolen. Submit your purchase, and I'll see you on the next page. Great, so when the payment goes through, your site is now premium, and here's the page where you get to use that free domain voucher to connect your unique domain name. So in the search field, you'll enter the name that you want. In my case, I'm going to enter Leach Real Estate.com. It's telling me that it's available. If it wasn't available, it would indicate that in red, and then you would just choose something else. It's always good to double check the spelling and then click Get It. Now the domain registration is separate. I do have a 1-year voucher, so I'm just going to go ahead and click 1 year, because then as you see here on the right, I'm getting that for free. Click Continue when you're ready. We're on the contact info page, where it's just a summary of all your personal details. So have a look for accuracy, edit anything that you need to, and then go to the next page. Now, domain privacy is something I do recommend. As you'll see, it costs an extra $9.90 per year, but you're getting a lot of protection with that. You protect your identity, prevent domain-related spam, and prevent domain hijacking. It's worth the price. So make your selection and then click Continue. And now you'll see a summary of those 2 purchases. So your domain name itself and then the privacy registration. I had that free domain voucher, so I'm only paying $9.90 for the privacy registration. Hit Submit Purchase when you're ready. And finally, you have the option to get a personalized mailbox on this page. You can do that now, right here, or do that later from your Wix dashboard. A personalized mailbox gives you a professional email address with your domain name on the end of it. So in my case, it would be, for example, leah@leachrealestate.com. You can also just go ahead and use a free email address for the time being, or go ahead and purchase it now. It's around $50, so just keep that in mind. And that's it. I hope you feel more confident to build your business website today. If you want to take your site to the next level, please have a look at the other steps in my guide. I'm here to help you with anything you need. Thanks so much for watching.